What's up, guys? So I'm back here to introduce our next assignment. We are going to be making a teapot. Now our teapot is probably our trickiest assignment for this semester, and it's because it has so many different parts. There's basically 5 different parts to our teapot, so we've got to make each part individually, and then we're going to go ahead and assemble it to make the overall teapot. The reason it's tricky is because we want to make sure that none of the parts dry out too much until we get the whole thing assembled. So, just to go over the teapot with you, teapot is something that you pour your boiling water into, and then you put your tea leaves or your tea bags in to steep, and then you serve your tea out of. It doesn't go on a stovetop. You would use a tea kettle for that and not the teapot. So basically, it's a nice serving container for tea. I guess you could use it for coffee as well, whatever your choice is. So to go over it with you real quickly, you've got basically around 5 different parts. You've got the body of the teapot, which basically we need to make a hollow shape of some sort to serve as the body of the teapot. Then I would like you to put a foot ring on the bottom. The foot ring lifts it up, makes it stable so it doesn't wobble. Just gives it a nice look. Sometimes makes it look lighter because it's lifting it up off the table. So we've got the body of the teapot, we've got the foot ring, and then you've got to have a spout. Spout basically is a hollow tube that you're going to be able to pour the tea out through. Then you also have to have a handle, okay? And then lastly, you need to have a lid, and I want the lid to have a flange. The flange is the part that hangs down. And basically what that does is it just helps to create some depth to it so that as you tilt the teapot to pour, your lid's not going to come tumbling off. Sometimes you'll see a flange with a little catch or a little tooth on the back here, and it hooks underneath the inside of the teapot, and that helps to hold it on as well. Now when you make your lid with the flange, you're also going to put a small hole in the top of the lid. What that does is it releases kind of the vacuum that's built up when you go to pour the tea, and it doesn't glug. It doesn't go glug, glug, glug. You know, when you go to pour, it will basically flow out nice and evenly. So those are the different parts. You can build a little gallery or a little rim here around the top, which will also help to keep your lid in place and keep it from falling off. So again, we want it to have the body of the teapot, we want it to have the foot ring, we want it to have the spout, we want it to have the handle, and we want it to have the lid with the flange. So as we go through and we build and we assemble each part, I'll talk to you more about some of the function of things and the reason why we want things to be a certain way. So to start this off, you want to make the body of the teapot first. So just like our last assignment where we used the molds for the animal coin bank, you may use the round hump molds to get your round shape for your teapot if you would like. I've not tried one with the football shape, but I guess if that's your preferred shape, you could use that as a mold as well. I'm going to try something different on this teapot. I'm going to try more of a cylinder teapot. So I'm going to use one of our tubes, the largest one, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap my clay around this and put a bottom on it and then a top to get my hollow shape to make more of a cylinder shaped teapot. You're welcome to do that as well. So in the video, as I go along in the different parts, different stages, I'm going to be showing you how to build it using the cylinder as your shape. But you guys already know from the previous video how to get your shape if you want to use the round one. And then I'll also do videos on making spouts, on how to make your lid, and how to make your handles and so forth and attach them. So as long as you don't let the pieces dry out as we go through this, I don't think it's too difficult. I think you guys should have a good time making the teapot. Okay, so I will see you in the next video as we get started making this.